Hello! Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books, and it's the second episode of Lauren and the Babes. This is my babe Laura.
Oh.
She is my cousin. There's still a lot of space here, isn't there? What is it about you girls? Don't want to be close to me. What is it? What vibe am I giving off? Today, we're in our sportswear. We look like we have got plans after this for sports. We didn't just think, oh, let's talk about exercise and put us
my.
Oh, well done!
Just in case people thought we had like jeans on the bottom and slippers.
Like Australian newsreaders, and they just have ties and shirts on, and then shorts and
or like
shorts.
people working from home and they've got their PJs on.
Oh, lovely. That's the dream, I think. Yeah, so I have started running on a Thursday evening, and all women's. I call it a running group, but there's a lot more walking than running going on. But we're building it up, aren't we? We're getting there, and we do that on a Thursday afternoon, evening, and Laura's come around ahead of that, and we're going to have a little chat today about exercise, our relationship with exercise, and body image, and then round it up with a couple of role models. So, look, I was getting comfy. I do feel funny dressed up in sportswear. It's a wardrobe item you rarely see me in. Would you agree?
I do agree.
Yeah, I remember once I had trainers on, and you said, I don't even know what you got trainers on for.
It's like
you couldn't believe it.
Like the time when I came round in like ballet pumps and you were like, they're not your shoes. Why are you wearing them?
Where do you leave ballet pumps from? Yeah, so we're going running, but we thought we'd have a little chat about exercise. So my relationship with exercise was that previously, and I mean super duper recently, like I would say as far as like the end of last year, no, maybe a little bit before that, maybe last year we'll say, I always had in my head, all the way through school, all the way through university, all the way through being an adult, I thought, I hate exercise, I hate movement, I hate running, I hate this, I hate that. And it was always because I was doing exercise with the view in mind to lose weight. Like that was the end goal, was to lose weight. And it didn't work for me because I didn't, for a number of reasons, but basically that was the reason. And I remember like being swimming, and something like swimming's pretty chill and enjoyable, isn't it? But I remember going lane swimming and literally being like, oh, if I do 40 lanes, then that means I would have burnt off about this many calories and blah, 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 blah. And it's so sad, isn't it? And then I didn't give myself the opportunity to enjoy exercise, which I do now. So we've been doing this sort of walking club since the beginning of the year. We were both members of a running club. Was that last year, or are we being quite optimistic?
No, it was year before because I had been preggo.
Yeah, because we were still there when you were early pregnant. And we both enjoyed that. But recently, we both enjoyed that. We both enjoyed your pregnancy so much. But recently, I've really realised how much it is good for me to do exercise, and I always feel wonderful afterwards. Like I'd completely forgot about the endorphins and things like that because I was so set on wondering how much and why aren't I losing weight yet, and why do I weigh more than I did last week even though I've eaten hardly anything and done this swimming and done that. And now it's something that clears my mind. I feel like it's a really good thing to do as a team. I love going on a Thursday night when everyone's there, and yeah, I'm just gradually finding things that I enjoy doing, which I think is wonderful. But I feel like for you've had netball that you've always enjoyed.
Yes, yeah, so I did not enjoy netball at school.
Oh really?
That is key.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, I hated netball at school because I think because I actually, the saddest part of it is that I really liked netball at school, but I wasn't very good at it.
Oh right. Okay.
And it was very competitive. Obviously, I mean it's competitive.
Netball is competitive.
Yeah, but the school were very competitive about it, and there were
we're both looking at Minnie jumping up on the table.
As there are in lots of schools, not just mine, but it was like team A and the B team and the C team and whatever, which is horrible. So, and I was never in the A team, and so I just sort of was like, oh, fuck that then, and then gave it up, and then didn't do any sport at university, and then living in London when the time that I did, social netball became a thing. And absolutely loved it, and met lots of lovely women through it, and it wasn't, I mean it was still competitive, but it didn't feel like, it wasn't full on and horrible. Like I've been on netball holidays with other women, and it's just the best thing ever. Yeah,
I feel like if that's and my problem at school was similar to you, and maybe I should try netball now and see how I would like it, but I wasn't I've never been very good at sports, and now I'm finding that I enjoy it, but the bottom line is I've never been very good at it, and also I'm not very competitive, so it doesn't work very well in a sporting thing. So like,
but there are lots of leagues that that, you know, it's just for fun kind of
But
thing.
that was one, like going to an all-girls school, not to hark back to the days of going to an all-girls school. You didn't go to an all-girls school, no. That was one of the only sports basically available to us. So there was no other...
It was the same
team.
at my
Yeah,
co-ed
hockey as
school.
well. There was a little bit of a hockey vibe going on. But
Yeah, that was the sort of, our school, that was like the unisex sport. So
Yeah.
boys had football, girls had netball, but everyone can play hockey, but not
Yeah.
together.
Good Lord, no.
But yeah, I know what you mean. I think when you stop being competitive with yourself about sport,
Yeah.
about I think it's that sort of Fitbit culture as well. Fitbits are really good in that they, for some people, it really works.
Yeah.
Like, particularly like my mum and sort of older generation, it's like, I've done this many steps today.
I need a number.
Yeah, but I think maybe for some people it doesn't work so much. It all seems to be like all of the apps as well are very calorie driven.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at the end of every activity, you're like, oh, I burnt off this many calories. It's like, oh, I wish that wasn't a thing, because then, as you say,
know.
it goes back to weight loss.
And like when I said about setting up this group, a few people at work had said to me, oh, I need something like that because I need to lose this many pounds. And I was like, well, actually, I'm not doing it to lose any pounds. I'm not doing it to clear my head and have a lovely time. And people they can't even believe it. But I guess I would have been one of those people that was like, why would you want to do exercise if you're not losing weight? That's what I would have been. But now, gradually getting there, we had a little set. We played badminton for quite a while, didn't we? Which was quite fun.
Yes.
That's something else that I really enjoy. And I did curling at the weekend, which I feel like was very, very exciting. It was really, really good fun.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do it properly. And watching that video back, I think, no wonder you had a bad back afterwards, Lauren. You basically like breaking all the mandatory training. What's it called? Manual
Lifting, yeah.
lifting? No,
Manual
what's that thing?
handling?
Manual handling. Like sort of arched over this this broom and like swishing it all over the place. But I just feel like, as a woman, a realisation for me that I enjoy exercise has just been so freeing and liberating and just wonderful, and that I don't need to do it. When do you feel like that happened for you, or do you just feel like it's always been something that you've been into?
What, sport being
Yeah.
liberating? I think it was just starting netball as an adult. It was just something to do that I found on a Sunday, I think it was, that they used to practice. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. And then there was a time, there was about a 6-month period where I was playing for like 3 teams a week. Just
My God, like, I do
loving
get the
netball
vibe that
life.
people. I know Emma plays netball, and a few of sort of like girls I used to go to school with. Once you get into it, you do find that you're playing 3 different teams a week and stuff. Does it run in the winter?
Yes, and that's the other thing, it's all year round.
Oh
so.
wow!
Yeah. I think technically it is a winter sport, but most places have a summer league as well.
So yeah, so we're off. So what we've been doing in the running club is we run in a park which is like a rectangular shape, and we started off just by walking around it, didn't we? And then we started running one little width every time we did it. And then we started running 2 widths, and tonight I think we're going to run one of the lengths for the first time.
Yes.
You feeling brave?
Yes, very.
Because I feel like we've really built it up well.
Yeah.
And we're saying like all this stuff like, and what you do, guys, if you build up your running, you'll get there, guys. You really will. For people who've been fucking exercising for ages, they'll be like, shut up. What exercises have you found, or sports that you found that you've really enjoyed? Do any of you guys have a sort of love relationship with exercises that happened to you recently? Would be interested. Yes, Laura?
One thing I would like to do is Pilates, and I feel like, as you were saying, that lots of people are going to comment about yoga and Pilates,
Yeah.
and I've not really done either of those, and that is something I would like to try.
Like a class, or would you be interested in trying it on YouTube? Or
I've tried it a little bit on YouTube, but I've got absolutely no self-discipline when it comes to YouTube. I'll
She'll
do
be
it
like,
once.
I'll do
and
that.
I'll do that
Done
every
it once.
day.
I'll buy myself a mat and a new pair of leggings. Oh my God, I saw some gorgeous mats the other day. £60, and it actually made me think I'd like to get into yoga, and they were gorgeous. Round they were, and like they had this like diamond, well, I mean you'd love it, like a diamond pattern on it, but then underneath that was like a tropical leaf pattern.
Oh my
or like,
God.
yeah, they were lovely. They were lovely. That's how you get me in, pull me in with
All
an
the gear.
expensive item and all the gear.
It's not easy though when you've had a baby to commit yourself to classes as well.
Yeah, because things happen and
well,
stuff
and
like
also
that.
because Tom, my husband, works a lot of evenings.
Yeah.
I literally can't leave the house, so.
So I
That's
guess,
a
but
downer.
if you were to find something online that
Yes.
you really enjoyed, and
Yes.
you were like, because they do at the beginning of the year, they do like 30 days of yoga. I think it's called Yoga with Adrienne or something.
Yeah,
and she
she's
does.
good.
Yeah, and
I
she
have
did
got-
like
yeah, I
a
do
30-day
subscribe.
yoga. So then I guess that's you've got to just make yourself do it.
Yeah.
Make
Along
yourself.
with all the other stuff that I need to make.
You've got to make yourself read the books and make yourself do that and make yourself keep your baby alive and make yourself do this, make yourself sure you keep alive and can hold a job down and do this and maintain relationships with all your friends and family
And telly.
and watch the telly. Don't get behind. Just those bits to be getting on
nothing
with. So the second half of this 3-part thing, I hate when people do that. Do you hate that? And the third half is that we wanted to talk a little bit about body image. So Laura and I'd say we're on the sort of like average UK size scale of thing. What is average UK size?
I don't know. I think it used to be like a 12, maybe it's like a 14 now.
Oh, I was thinking it was like more in the 14 to 16 range.
Oh, then yeah, sure.
So we're like average UK size. I am in a place where I'm very, very content and happy with my body. You're in a happy place.
Yeah, I guess as well, having recently had a baby, things have changed. So I'm sort of like getting to grips with that as well.
Rather than talk about things that I've already mentioned on this channel in sort of like a body positivity, we thought we would potentially talk about where we like buying clothes from, our relationships with clothes, how they've changed over the years, fashion trends and things like that. So go on.
We talked a little bit earlier about clothes that I've always felt I can't wear and clothes that I feel like I can wear.
Yeah.
I've always seen certain clothes and been like, they're so beautiful, I wish I could wear them, but I can't.
Yeah,
And
I did used to feel like that as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like things that show your arms.
Yeah. Number one thing was going to be my thing, was going to be things that show your arms.
And that is something I've inherited.
Yeah.
I'm sure my mum will watch this. Hi mum, and it's not her fault.
Hi Auntie Marilyn.
It's not her fault, but definitely that was...
No, because all behaviours are learned, so there are going to be things
I'm
you're
sure
going to
she got it from somewhere as well. But it's like, oh, I can't wear that because my arms are too fat.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? And I've definitely said that because I've heard it. So yeah, I can't wear things with no sleeves. This is back in the day, I'm fine now. I couldn't wear like short, I don't even mean like midriff tops, I just mean like a short top.
Yeah.
The longer the better because it covers up your tummy.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really.
No.
What else?
I
Certain
used to not like
colours.
tucked in things. I used to wear everything untucked, and now I wear everything tucked in because I fucking love things.
Yeah, I think it's actually more.
Yeah, I love tucking things in, but I definitely was in a place where I was like, oh, I can't wear this and I can't wear that and blah blah blah, and I sort of got to a point where I was probably like around my 30th birthday, this is a bit of repetition, where I just sort of thought, well, I'll just wear what I fucking well want then. And since then, it just feels wonderful. And like, I'm not saying like I put everything on and think, well, that don't suit me, I'm definitely still getting it. Like, if something doesn't suit me and I don't feel happy in it, I won't buy it. But I'm much more open to sort of buying stuff and like trying on things that I previously thought, oh, I wouldn't wear. And things that really, like, I remember like going on a night out before or something, being stood in front of the mirror and being like, oh, everything looks lovely apart from like my ankle looks a bit fat. Well, I can't wear this, I'll change the whole thing. And now I'm just like, I've got fat ankles, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
How you change, like, and how things that meant so much to you in terms of body image when you were younger, now I'm just like, pfft.
But not even younger, like, as you say,
like
super recently.
Couple of, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Even like when I chose my wedding dress, I was really conscious of like my arms and stuff like that. And then you just think,
look beautiful in your wedding dress. Touch my heart that time.
But yeah, so, and obviously you do, that's okay, like you say, to think about what looks nice on you.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like,
but it doesn't have to be within the realms of like fixed rules.
No, and I'm not saying like, when I often say I'm very happy in my body, that's not to say I don't have bad days where I'm a bit like, oh fucking hell, I look awful today, because I still have those days, but they are tiny. Those days used to be my days. But now it's like one day and I think, you'll be fine, Lauren, just go sleep. Normally I'm just feeling a bit grumpy. You need a good meal, you need to sleep, and then you'll be all right. Like, I remember being like in H&M trying on something size 16 and it not fitting, which is all mental anyway. I recently put a post on my Instagram just saying like, clothes sizes are fucking insane. Like,
it's mad.
It just means, it's just bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it just, so, and I remember being in H&M like crying because a size 16 wouldn't fit me. And now I'd be like, okay, well, have they got a size up? Probably not, because it's H&M and they... But it's mental, because in H&M, and as I put in my Instagram post, like, those trousers were a size 18 and they just fit me, literally, like, they just fit me. There's not much room for manoeuvre in them. But I've got, like, size 12 jumpers, which are too big from there, and, like, small T-shirts and things like that. It's just insane.
It is ridiculous.
But how do you, like, is that like a ploy done by the clothes shops that you'll try more things on?
I don't know. No, I really don't know what the thinking behind it is. Why they don't just like, oh, why don't we just all get together, guys?
Because it doesn't mean anything, does it?
Obviously, different types of clothes have a different fit, like different styles. But no, but like Marks and Spencer's top and bottom, and I know that everyone's top size is different to them. Not everyone, but most people's. But theirs is like crazy different for me. I used to absolutely hate changing rooms and getting changed. And
oh really?
Oh yeah. One, because it's just not a nice experience, but yeah, that sort of feeling of it doesn't fit me, and then having to come out like, any good? You're like, no, it's not good.
It all looks so fabulous. I couldn't pick from any of it.
But yeah, now I'm better at getting. Now I've accepted that different shops are different things. It's actually not just me. It's not me. So I do try things on. But yeah, shopping isn't my favourite. I love shopping for like.
My relationship with shopping has changed so much as well. Like, I remember every Saturday, me, Emily and Jenny used to go to Maidstone, Canterbury or something every single fucking week. Now, I buy clothes in Sainsbury's, which is a supermarket in the UK, and Tesco, which is a supermarket in the UK. Those are basically, occasionally Marks and Spencer's, because there's a Marks and Spencer's quite close to where I work. But apart from that, I don't really go shopping. Yeah, and online. And online stuff, I guess, I always order in a size 16 and just hope for the best. Because when you're ordering from websites such as ASOS, which have lots of different branded, so it's got like New Look on there, Miss Selfridge, River Island, I think they saw there, and then like ASOS own brand, and then like other brands. It's like these sizes, these sizes. So you could just be buying.
Well, and then you've got your small, medium, and large, and extra large as well, just thrown in there.
So when I was when I watched Love Island in the summer, one night, I don't know if you remember, it was glitter night, and they were in like these amazing fucking shorts. They were amazing, and they all had a different colour short on, and I was like, I need those gold shorts for Christmas. I'm gonna wear them with black tights, and I'm gonna wear them with t-shirts, all my Christmas t-shirts, all my Christmas jumpers. I'm gonna wear the fuck out of them. They were like £42, which is a bit extortionate for a pair of shorts. Guess what size a large was?
As in, what number did it equate to?
Yeah, what UK dress size did it equate to?
I would expect it to be 14 to 16.
It was a 12. A large was a 12. So I tweeted them saying, really disappointed that a large on your website is a 12.
Did it go higher than a large?
No. That was it. That was it. So I thought, if they're the sizes you've got, then market them as an 8, 10 and 12. Do not market things as a small... A 10 is a medium. I understand, like, some of these things you are only going to be able to get them in smaller sizes, in the same way that probably some things you can only get in a larger size. But call them what they are. Don't call them small, medium and large. That's insane.
Well, they're preying on people like you. Don't bother sending stuff.
Yeah, I could have fucking bought that without even looking. Large, every colour, £42, and then just one on each thigh. Merry Christmas.
Minnie.
Minnie could have a little pair on. Oh. So what high street shops, if you do go shopping, or where do you shop online if you are looking for?
Online ASOS, because they are easy to send back.
Same as Very, so my sort of equivalent of what I would use. I use Very a lot.
I get lots of it to look at.
Oh, don't you? I really like their dresses.
Okay.
And actually, when I say I buy things in a size 16 and I don't send them back, like, they nearly always fit. So I feel like so Very is my sort of like online equivalent. Probably as much as you use ASOS, I probably use Very.
Yes. In real life, Warehouse.
Yeah, you're very fond of Warehouse, aren't you?
I am very fond of Warehouse.
Something I'll say about Warehouse though, not to like for you to say, this place, and me to go, actually Laura, you're wrong. We went to the Stratford one, which is a massive fucking shopping centre in London, and they only had, so they've got like 2 size 8s, 2 size 10s, 2 size 12s, 1 size 14, and occasionally a size 16 out on display.
Oh, I find the Blue Water one quite good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, honest.
Okay.
I like COS. They haven't got one in Blue Water. Which is our local shopping centre. Obviously I used to be absolutely banging to Topshop when I was younger, but we don't go there anymore.
I wouldn't go there anyway because of Philip Green, but I also wouldn't go there because that's just, I don't look like any of those models that they have in their windows, so what I just don't feel like.
And they don't want us to go there, and that's fine.
No, they don't want us to go there.
Zara.
Something I used to find about size 16 clothes in Topshop when I was shopping in Topshop is that they expect everyone to have no tits, and I haven't got big tits, but the size 16 stuff would fit me, and then I'd have literally like these tiny little holes that I couldn't even fit my boob in.
How
that would be
weird.
like what I imagine would be like an A-cup boob on a size 16 dress.
Oh.
I remember like when Kate Moss brought out her range, and me desperately trying to fit into anything from that range, anything, and me trying to put my boobs into these dresses. And I think for a size 16, I've got quite small boobs. I've got a sports bra on now, guys, so it's not my best angle. But yeah, I do feel like that about Topshop. Look at me just slagging off all the shops. I don't mean to slag off all the shops.
No. Where else is good? Definitely Warehouse and Zara. There was one or more I was thinking of when you spoke then, but I can't think of it. I do like some of the stuff in Marks and Spencer.
Yeah, I'm very fond, as I said earlier, I do a lot of supermarket shopping. Sainsbury's is wonderful.
Yeah, I don't have one near me.
So Hempstead Valley is a really, really, really good Sainsbury's for clothes. I really, really think they're good, and they do quite a lot of 25% off weekends as well, so you're like, hello. But quite often, because I do these sort of like Sunday fashion photos, I didn't realise quite how many of my clothes I buy in Sainsbury's until I'm like, but this is Sainsbury's. So Sainsbury's, if you're watching, let me know. So yeah, so I guess that's where we like to buy our clothes and what our sort of shopping habits are for girls of a certain size. So now I just thought we'd talk about our role models. So we haven't told each other our role models. And do you want to start or shall I start?
You start.
Okay, so my one, and I try to link it in with the person that I'm filming with so that the person I'm filming with actually knows who the person is.
Okay.
Now, it's very low-key, as I've told you this before, very lowbrow, and I've alluded to where it come from earlier on in this video. Have you got any ideas who it could be?
Earlier on in this video.
So I've discussed where I know her from earlier on in this video.
Let me just think which one it is.
Come on!
Are we talking about Love Island?
Yes! There's only one that it could be.
Why?
Camilla!
Oh, of course!
So Camilla Thurlow is she was a contestant on Love Island, which was a series in the UK last year on ITV2, where, I mean, it's fucking awful, isn't it? But absolutely addictive and just complete trash on every night for about 3 months, was it?
Yeah.
Every night for 3 months. Think how much stuff we could have got done, Laura, in that time.
Amazing,
and they throw sort of sexy single people into this villa and expect them all to sort of like pair up and love up, and those sort of things normally have a definite type of person that goes into that.
Yeah.
However, there was a contestant last year called Camilla, who had worked as a bomb disposal. She was a bomb disposal like specialist, wasn't she? She worked for the charity that Princess Diana founded, and that was her job. And she went in there, and she was just unlike any.
Yeah, I guess she was typically sort of well educated.
Well, yeah, she's from Dumfries, was she? And I think she'd been to like a good school up there.
Yeah.
And she was unlike anyone that I'd seen on a programme like that before.
Politically aware.
Yeah, very politically aware. And when I watched her and she went in, and I just sort of like, I found a space for her in my heart instantly, because she was different, and you could tell she felt like she was out of her depth there. But she really came out of herself but stuck true to what she believed in. So she had a bit of a sort of like falling out with one of the boys she was romantically involved with in there about feminism, and his argument was sort of like, women are equal, we've got a woman prime minister, and that was like sort of at the end of it for him. And she was like, no, and she wouldn't back down, and everyone was sort of like, why are you being like this? And I remember him saying to her, oh, what are you, a feminist? Like, it was a scary word, and her being like, absolutely. And I remember thinking, like, imagine being in a place with all these people who think what you're thinking is mental, and you're still sticking by it. And now off the back of that, so she got rid of that dickhead and got with someone else on there.
Awful.
Yeah, and she's still with that guy now.
Yes.
And she's actually, I don't know if you've realised, but I don't know if you know, but this week she's announced that she's doing a boxing match for Sport Relief. So she's fighting Helen Skelton. She's boxing, her boxing partner is Helen Skelton. And I just feel like she's used the time she spent on Love Island, she got as a platform to get across the things she actually gives a shit about. So say she had to spend 3 months in a villa in Spain with some knobheads for 3 months, but off the back of that, she's done so much for refugee awareness. She's constantly using her Instagram and her Twitter to get these things across, gender equality, things to do with, as I said, refugees. Like, I just feel like she is amazing. I really, really respect her, and respect how sort of like she's kept things private to herself with her boyfriend since leaving there as well. So she was like, you've had your time with me, now it's my time to get across my ideas and my feelings about this. And I really, really admire her a lot.
I'd be interested to know what the producers thought at the beginning, like when they chose her.
Yeah.
What they thought they would get out of it, whether they thought she was just going to be like a token non-glamour model for the people who aren't so interested in glamour models.
And I'm also interested, and I really do not want to watch it this year because, like, I feel like I enjoyed it for what it was.
I watched a little bit the other night.
Oh no, it's not. That's not it. That's something else. That's called
Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah. So I haven't watched that at all. But Love Island is back in the summer, and I feel like I really hope they don't try and recreate her last year. And I know they will because the nation fell in love with her, didn't they? Like every day I was reading Twitter and they'd be like, I'm really worried about Camilla, I hope she's okay, why has Johnny done this to her, blah blah blah. And like everyone was just really rooting for her. And I feel like in reality TV I'd definitely not seen a figure like that before.
No, and I think she was quite shy.
Yeah.
And she wasn't that confident about her body either.
Yeah.
So that was, and she was happy to sort of discuss that as well. And
well, a random one, but I thought I can't not use her as a role model because she really did. Like, she made me feel brave about feminism in a way that I thought, God, if she can say I'm a feminist in this villa full of 20 people who none of which have much to view in terms of gender equality, then fucking anyone can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, well done, Camilla. What about you?
So it took me a while, because I knew obviously you could answer this, it took me a while to think about it, and I remember watching your video with Simon where you were also talking about February and talking about role models, and you mentioned Geri Halliwell, but you in the video seemed really, really clear that she was your role model, and as though you were conscious of it when you were younger.
Yeah.
Like, she's my role model, I love her.
Yeah.
Whereas I never really felt like I had any role models, or that I was conscious that they were role models when I was that age. So I was like, maybe I don't have a role model. But then I thought, actually I do, because I thought about all the music that I liked in like the 90s, and it suddenly occurred to me that a lot of the music I liked was women, sort of front women of bands. And I thought about people like Gwen Stefani, Alanis Morissette, Sheryl Crow.
David, who's just arriving.
David's here.
Do you see how fast Minnie bolted across there?
Hello, David.
You've just arrived in time for Laura's role models.
What, as in I'm the role model?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Timing.
So yeah,
Gwen Stefani, I've recently been listening to Just a Girl, and that is such an amazing feminist.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's such an amazing.
yeah.
Just a girl.
Yeah, she's cool. I think probably she embodies all of those women together.
Yeah.
And also like Shirley Manson from Garbage, she was pretty cool. But yeah, Gwen Stefani, I liked her because she always wore like sports luxe stuff, and definitely didn't dress for men of the time.
No,
she was dressing for herself.
She was at the time I remember because she dressed quite retro, didn't she? Then, which was not a thing then.
And
so
yeah,
just
she
wait for
had
David
like,
to undo his coke because it might be quite loud.
And she always had a good lipstick game.
Oh, she
well.
did. And also
and really good
her
voice.
Commitment to that bleach blonde hair as well. I mean, she must have to
more committed than I am.
Well, she must have literally had to have it done.
Yeah, she's
like
probably wearing
daily.
a wig now.
I wonder what her hair is like originally. Do you think it's all like frazzled away, like little quavers.
Like when you cut your Barbie's hair off,
and the fringe like that instantly.
But yeah, I liked her, and she seemed like she did stuff for herself rather than men, basically.
Hollaback Girl, I like that one too.
Yeah, and do you remember that also? Do you remember that band Republica? Who said, "Baby, I'm ready to go"?
Yes,
I liked her. She was cool. She was pretty.
You got very sort of like almost like a grunge. You liked a 90s grunge.
Yeah, but I think without thinking about this, if I'd looked back on that time, I would have thought it was a very male-dominated scene. But actually, it wasn't at all. There were loads of really cool women doing their thing, and a lot of them writing for themselves. And I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. It might have been record companies and whatever, but I don't know.
Outwardly
when I was young, I was like, yeah, girls are doing it.
I just remember like a lot of eyeliner. Oh, Bjork's very good. She was. I remember being like watching her. Sort of like It's So Quiet. That was like the number one, isn't it? And just sort of staring at the screen while Top of the Pops was on, thinking, this is insane. I've never seen anything like this. She didn't give a fuck. Yeah,
not at all.
She was like the original Gaga.
Yeah.
The original
Gaga definitely up there with musical women being cool and stuff.
Cool. But thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for you guys for watching. It's been lovely. Is that an unusual handshake? A left handshake? We should be doing this. Oh, lovely solid handshake on him. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Bye! Girl power. Oh, I'm sorry.